goal, the Democratic candidate was off to tour the country and to establish a record of speech-making energy and endurance never matched by any presidential candidate. At a great meeting in Topeka, Kansas, many thousands of farmers greeted his appearance and listened intently to his message of the New Deal for farmers as he addressed himself to those problems which are of outstanding. Off again indicated how the political winds were blowing when a vast and enthusiastic crowd welcomed him to Seattle, the metropolis of Washington State. The people showed an eager desire to get near this friendly man who seemed to understand them and who talked their language. The politicians said there'd been no such outpouring to greet a Democratic candidate since the days of the great commoner, William Jennings Bryan, and they recalled that Bryan had been defeated 3 times. Having made a profound impression on his Northwest audiences, Roosevelt headed again for the East. One of you, do not disappoint the crowd. You must be at so-and-so at such and such a time. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And so we find Governor Roosevelt already sensing the elation of coming triumph as he feels the pulse of the people, entering Springfield, Illinois. Away again. Speed, speed. For Georgia is his second home, and he has spent many months there in recent years.
Tonight marks the end of a perfect day. In fact, I might say truthfully 2 perfect days. The great warmth of your welcome has reinforced the obvious fact that insofar as carrying on a campaign in Georgia to get votes, my visit to this state has not been exactly necessary.
And way down south in Georgia, he had some grateful hours in his winter home in Warm Springs. In the warm, magnolia-scented air, he gathered new strength to carry him on through the grueling campaign. Some real country fiddlers entertain him, while up north, Al Smith is making the welkin ring in Newark, New Jersey.
What piece you'd like to hear? I'd like to have you play Soldier's Joy.
Of New Jersey. And I state from this platform to my nationwide audience that the electionocratic ticket is the best way to solve these problems, the best way to bring back prosperity. The election of Roosevelt, of Garner.
Off again to New England this time to wage the hardest fight of the whole campaign. And in Boston, devoted to Alfred E. Smith, the governor gets an unexpectedly enthusiastic reception. And in the great convention hall, many thousands gather to hear the words that fall from the lips of the man upon whose shoulders the mantle of the presidency is already visible. It is the climax of his campaign. Election day is at hand. In New York City, Mr. and Mrs. Alfred E. Smith make their way through crowds to their election district polling place. And if you observe closely, you will notice that Al is wearing his campaign war bonnet, the hat he made famous, none other than the Brown Derby. And we catch a glimpse, too, of Governor Roosevelt waiting for the returns. And then election night in New York City. Surging crowds everywhere. Uproarious cheering as the news comes in early. Roosevelt has swept the nation, leaving... smile of victory. But he was a pretty tired